Welcome to the Godcast. These videos will not be free after this live. So please grab your popcorn, grab your pen, and let's get to this money.
Your feelings to help your life. Hurt your feelings to help your life.
Welcome, man. This is Al Terry Henry, man, and we're live again in the studio, man, talking to y'all on Instagram, on Patreon, on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We everywhere. We're talking to y'all live because we about to go crazy for 2026, man. We're going to be having some skits. We're going to be putting together. We got some pranks we coming out with. We got a lot of heat that we bringing to y'all, man. On top of the fact we talking about business. We talking about welfare as far as taking care of your families. Marriage counseling. We hitting you some crazy stuff. It's all in our Patreon. It's all in my Patreon, man. Patreon is going to be like a wealth of knowledge for you. You're going to be able to go, like going to the mall. You got Burlington. You got It's Fashion. You got Palais Royals when they had them. You have Sears. You got, you know, everything. I'm just throwing out names. You got so many stores in one place that you can go from store to store. Well, my Patreon's like that. You got stuff for, you get your trust fund. You can get your trash contract. I just lowered. I mean, you can go in there. I got people that's buying the roadside assistance because I'm phasing it out because I got so many new programs. Well, the roadside assistance people that's making like anywhere from $2,500 to about $4,000 a week doing roadside. All they're doing is changing tires, bringing gas to people when you break down. You get in with all these companies. They send you tremendous amounts of leads. That's what we do, and you stay busy 24/7 if you want to work. Okay, that's really cheap. What am I selling that for on my Patreon? $99. $99, and you can make $3,500, $4,000 a week. Make it make sense, man. You can go right into Patreon, and it's gonna sell you the video that explains everything to you, how to get in the door, the whole 9 yard, and it's guaranteed. They don't turn nobody down. It's just up to you to work and then how you want to work. So I got so many things going on. Matter of fact, I even dropped out a membership because we got so many people now that's coming into it. We dropped the membership. You can get a $9 membership. Okay. The memberships, they all gonna tell you what it includes. You got $9. You got $9. You got $9. You have let me see. You got $9. You got $45. You got so many of them. You got $100, and then you got $199. Now with the $9 one, you know, it'll break it down and tell you what you get. Okay, you got a $45 one. It'll tell you how many sessions you get because I charge $100 just for consultations. So now you can go in there and pay $45 and get so many consultations. You can pay $100 and get so many consultations. You can pay $199 and get unlimited. You better talk to me, access me 24/7, 7 days a week. So with that being said, that is our mentorships programs for the Patreon. Okay. Patreon is going to be only mentees. Okay. People that's paying, they will get the exclusives on everything. If they got a shop that we're going to open together, well, we talking about purchasing. Like I got a restaurant, we talking about purchasing, me and 3-4 of the people. They are mentees. And they was like, well, I got 5,000. One said, well, I got 3,000. I'm like, well, I'm putting 20 in. And somebody else said, well, I can match that. They said, no, they thought they had 20, but it was like, I got 15. So now we doing a contract and we all about to have a restaurant together. Okay. These are the type of things we talk about in Patreon. Deals that I work out. When I did have my restaurant doing COVID, we was doing before COVID hit and we sold the restaurant. We were doing, I can't hear you, brother. Okay. We were doing, I got my staff all around, so they tell me what to do. So, but we were doing $8,000 every day per day in the restaurant. Okay, then when COVID hit, it dropped us from $8,000 on down to $800, and we did that for about 6 months, and then we paid for employees out of our pocket, and then because we didn't get no PP loans, thank God. I wanted them, but thank God I didn't, because I'd probably been in jail like a lot of these other people, because I know they'd have gave me some millions of dollars. I wasn't gonna put it all in a restaurant. So with that being said, I just thank God for preserving me as He always do. But we did $8,000 a day. So we opened up another restaurant this time. I'm projecting it ahead of time from what we want to do. We want to do anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 a day again. And I mean, you do the math on that. 6 days a week. Off. If they want to open 7 days, we're gonna all sit down at the round table. But these are the type of deals that we're gonna be doing moving forward this year. If I come up with a plan, a master plan, and a deal, it's gonna get presented to the team. Whoever want to invest together, we're gonna come together. I got attorneys already and all that. We're gonna come together and we're gonna buy the block. Okay, we're gonna buy gas stations. We're gonna buy land to produce our own food. We're gonna buy businesses. We're gonna buy things together for residual income for our families. Okay, this is the year. This is called, some people call it crowdfunding. Forget that. We're gonna call it family funding. We're gonna fund each other hopes and dreams, and we're gonna make millions of dollars doing it. We're gonna enjoy ourselves in the process. Now, with that being said, I got a big convention that we're having this year. A big convention this year, okay? It is March the 28th. That's a Saturday. March the 28th, we're gonna have a big convention from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I mean, it's gonna be live. We're gonna have a band there. We're gonna have catered food. Everything gonna be exclusive. I'm talking about nice, the nice of the nice. Okay, we're gonna have a comedian. The icebreaker, I call it. We're gonna have people talking about IULs. We're gonna have people talking about funding. If you want to get funding, they can set you up with funding right there on the spot. I'm gonna be doing trust funds. Anybody who purchased to come is $5.99 a ticket. You purchase to come, you automatically gonna get a trust fund if you don't have one. Okay, if you purchase $5.99 ticket to come to the event, and I need you to come, it's RSVP, so it means ticket seats are all already measured when you pay for it. So you RSVP, you come to the convention, the conference, and on March 28th, and then you get a trust fund in the process. Okay, what you got? Question? Somebody said, so you get a free trust fund if you come to the conference and pay for the ticket? Yes. Yeah, it comes with it. You'll get a free trust fund if you don't have a trust already. Now remember, let me explain something to you. January 1st, January 1st, my trust is going back up to $1,850. I did the for y'all that missed it. If y'all miss it and don't get a trust in here, I did the whole discount thing from 1850. We went down to $599, $500. We did that for Black Friday all the way through Christmas, past Christmas. Now we past Christmas. Now we're getting back to January 1st. Y'all got money now. You got income tax. If you done burnt it up, that's up to you. But we going back up to our original prices. I done saved enough money for people over that course of time. So now, if you buy the ticket, remember we $1,850 for a trust. But if you buy your ticket for the conference, it's like you're still paying $599 for a trust fund from 0 to 10 items only. So with that being said, uh, get your tickets for the conference. It's limited. People are paying for the tickets now. Matter of fact, I got a stack of people in here now that paid. It's on here. You can see it. This is people for the conference. This is people that's in here already that done paid. And it's only 500 seats. So I would advise you to get your tickets. $5.99, get your tickets ahead of time, because I already know that it's not full right now. We got like 28 people that done paid. Okay. But it's only 500 room for 500. So I already know that income tax time, they doing an early income tax. I think January the 2nd, they're going to start doing taxes. People going to be getting taxes. They're going to be getting loans, all kind of stuff. They're already calling me left and right, say they're going to pay for their tickets. So I know it's going to fill up fast. So get your seats for the conference, because it's going to be live. I'm going to be teaching you so much, and I want to hear, you got more questions. If you see any questions too, let me know, T. You on the Instagram too? Okay, great. Okay, well, you just hold it. But before you ask the question, I'm going to be showing you something that's so crazy at this event. You're going to be learning about IULs and trust funds and trash contracts and all that. And I got some new companies for the trash contract, okay, that I'll partner with, that's giving me a ton of work, okay? So it's not just the old trash loads. The people who have paid for the trash contracts, that's working, great. But I got new companies now that I'm working with that I just learned about them this week and sending me a ton of work that you're going to get at the conference, or you can just buy another trash contract and I'll give you those leads also, because these are another companies that has a ton of work. Okay. But otherwise they're going to be free at the conference. Go answer that question. I'm gonna finish with them what I'm saying.
Somebody asked over in the Patreon, they asked, why did the memberships go down?
The memberships went down because we started the Patreon 3 months ago, and I was just filling it out. I didn't really know what to charge or what, or whatever. So being it out, we've been in there for 3 months now, and I kind of know what I'm looking for now. I know what the pace is. I know what I want to sell. Matter of fact, if you go in my Patreon now, everything is got thumbnails on it. Like it's a clean slate moving forward from now to what you saw before to just everything. It's clean slate. Price has been slashed. It's been dropped, and this is for the whole year. Okay, some prices went up, some prices went down. So everything didn't go down. Don't get it twisted. Some prices went up, some prices went down. Now for the memberships, I just think it's fair because I have several people that I talk to. You got to remember, my $3.99 mentees talk to me all the time. I was on the phone with 3 of them today, and yesterday, and on Christmas Day. So we talk all the time because they have unlimited access to me. Okay, it's more than just trust funds and trash contracts and all that. They'll call me. One of my mentees called me with his husband and wife, and just we just talk about marriage counseling and how to be a better husband, a better father. So these are my mentees. Okay, so and I wanted to make it more beneficial. Instead of having one person pay $3.99, they can be a husband and wife, and they both pay $100. It's the same thing. You pay $199, and you got both people now versus one. Okay, so we just seen where it was. We have a lot of husband and wife teams or partnerships, and people call me up and they'll be like, well, can my partner come on? And now I got to charge for 2 consultations or 1.5 for 2 people versus 1. So we figured out the algorithm, and this works best for everybody. It saves you a little money, but it works best for me because it keeps it steady. What other question?
How many items is included in the trust before January 1st prices? You just said 10 items for the conference trust. Is that the same for?
It's the same thing. The trust is normally 10 items. Now, if you're paying the regular price, it's negotiable because you may have 20 items, but it may be some simple items. Now if I got to go and pull up property descriptions and we got to pull up parcel numbers and all that, then the trust goes up. I put it like this: I just did a man's trust. I just finished it. It cost him $10,500. Okay, he had 2 apartment complexes. He had 40 houses. He had a lot of stuff. So, yeah, it will go up. It just depends on what you have, because it ain't just putting an apartment complex in there. I got to put every number that's in that apartment complex in there. So it's the apartment complex address, but every single number and description of that apartment. If it's a 3-bedroom apartment, and it got to match that number. If it's a 2-bedroom apartment, it got to match that number. So, it's a lot of work sometimes for these trusts. So yeah, you're going to pay $10,000, but for the average person, they don't have that type of stuff. They may have a car, insurance policy, their children, and a company or whatever. And now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna answer more questions. I'm working on one right now. I'm charging her $3,800, but she no, I'm sorry about that. I'm charging her $4,800. I'm sorry, we went up $1,000 because she want me to set up her LLC, put her LLC in her holding company, put our holding company in a trust. So I got to set up a LLC, I got to set up a holding company, and I got to set up her trust fund. And I got to run them all into each other, make them all congruent, file them in the whole 9 yards. Okay, she ain't just getting an email like this. 599 is an email. Now she's actually getting a trust and a binder. It's stamped. It's notarized. The whole 9 yards. When she get it, it's ready. All she got to do is go and take it to the bank. Okay, open your bank account. It even gonna come already set up with the credit source to where she got credit and fund, so where she can get funding eventually through her trust. And I got her with my boy who gonna get her IUL, so she's gonna be straight. But you talking about $4,800. Well, go ahead.
You got a couple questions. So,
Okay.
how much is the trash contracts before the first?
$5.99.
Okay, and how many trash contracts can you buy?
As many as you want. You
Okay.
know, it's normally like this. Wherever your address is, we set you up within a hour from your location, an hour from your perimeter. So if your address is, say, in Houston, then you got Cypress, you got Katy, you got Pearland, you got everything within an hour scope of your address is when we set you up at. So unless you pass an hour, you don't need another contract unless you go past an hour.
All right. And somebody asks, is this being recorded? I want to learn how to form a trust. I've done business with you. I just joined in the Patreon.
In the Patreon. Everything is in the Patreon, man. You need to be a member of the Patreon. I wouldn't advise you. You can be any member because everything is going to be eventually going to Patreon. Like I say, we giving some game, and this year going to be unstoppable. I don't know. I'm turned over a new leaf. Like my mind is working. I'm doing conventions for the first time in my life. We got this one being set up in Houston, and then after that, we are already working with another group that's wanting us to do one in Orlando. That's going to be probably in August. Like it's some big stuff happening this year, and I'm going to be on a couple of big podcasts with some millions of followers that want me to be on their podcast. So it's a lot of things happening this year real fast. So hey, as I grow, y'all gonna grow with me. So I would advise you to get on Patreon. I'm taking my people that's with me, my paid subscribers that follow me. Like when I go to these podcasts and I'm in y'all city, being a member of the Patreon opens the door. Now you can come. You can come meet the celebrities. You can come meet the people because you are a paid subscriber. So when they call me, okay, how many people I got? Okay, well, hey, I'm doing something that celebrities don't do. They don't bring you their stuff. Nah, if you pay subscriber, hey, I'm gonna be in your city, man. And look, hey, I got 25 people from the show with me. That's how it's gonna go, you know. So you ain't gonna be saying that. You're just gonna be able to watch, but still, you know, that's how we do. We do it as family. We go out to eat together in the whole 9 yards. So yeah, it's gonna be some big thing. We working on that, and I got new staff we didn't hire. It's a lot going on. What you got?
Do you structure irrevocable non-grantor spendthrift trust?
Yeah, I can, but I mostly focus on ecclesiastical trust because it's an irrevocable, and you can use it as a nonprofit and a trust because it's a church. So, and all churches are nonprofits, you know, when you set up the right way. So, I would prefer that. I mean, all these different names they have a African trust. It's all the same. The main thing is a 508c1a, which is if you go on the IRS website, you will see it on the website and it tells you the structures of that. That's what I focus on.
For the trash contract, if I got just a truck and no trailer, is that okay? Also, do I need an LLC?
No, you can use your personal name and you can use your social security number. And yeah, if you have just a truck, yes, I can get you operating.
All right. Example, I have 2 houses, 5 cars, an LLC to a holding company to a trust as well as an IUL. Would that be $599 or more?
You have 2 what? 2 houses?
2 houses. 5 cars.
Okay, that's 7.
1 LLC.
That's 8.
To a holding company.
Oh, that's 9.
To another trust.
That's 10. No, because
he said as well as the IUL, so that's 11.
Well, he got his kids, he got his wife probably, and he got himself. So now he gonna probably be more like $1,800.
Okay, but if it was just those 11 things,
$1,850. No, because it's too much. It's too much. When you're talking about like just say for instance, you, your wife, and your 3 kids. That's 5 by itself. So now you got 2 houses. That's 6, 7. Then you got a business. That's 8. You got you know what I'm saying. So it's more. No, it's 0 to 10. Now, if you're gonna just add that with no kids, it don't make sense because now you don't have no beneficiaries. So you got to add your kids and your wife or whatever. So yeah, you're looking at the regular price. The trust is $599, and the reason why we did that because it eliminates the people with a lot of stuff. The people with a lot of stuff got to pay the regular. If you got a lot of stuff, you can afford it. But this is mostly for the people who's up and coming. Some people struggling, don't have all that money like we have. So I want to be a benefit to the lower class also. You know, and they're not lower than me, so don't take that as disrespectful because I come from nothing. 8 kids, 1 mama, no daddy in the ghetto. But I want to be a benefit to the lower class like myself coming up, and that they can have the same thing that the rich class have. You know, so if you got all that and you can afford to pay $1,850, pay 1850 so we can continue helping the lower people that don't have 1850. We can constantly every month we can find deals or give them coupons or something to help them get to where we at. But go ahead.
Miss Marquita Calvin said, "Will the conference ticket still be free with the purchase of the top tier membership in the Patreon?"
No, that's why we went down $200. The conference is just it's too much headache. We we tried to do it, but it's too much headache trying to mingle those two. We got a whole team that's doing the conference. Like I said, the conference, man, it's just the beginning right now, and I'm just like, Lord Jesus, this is crazy. But the conference in itself is a whole something going on, and then I'm doing Godcast, and I'm doing videos, and we doing that. So it's just too much going on. So trying to intermingle those two don't work. So I say, we drop the price. So because if you used to pay $399, but January, February, March, that's $1,200. So okay, I dropped it to $199. So that's $600. So that's still that other $600, $599 to get to the conference. It's the same thing. So instead of paying it every month by staying on the top tier, you're just gonna pay it for the conference, but you still save money because for the rest of the year you're only paying $199. You're not paying $399. So yeah, so it all comes out. It all works out in the end.
Just do a recap of what we talked about. We got some new people coming in.
Okay, yeah, we talked about the child support. I'm not representing nobody for child support now, so I don't want you to get that twisted. I'm giving you child support paperwork, just the paperwork for child support it itself. So if you want to get child support terminated, we done dealt with that so much. It's so much of a headache. I even had all the women mad at me. Look, I don't get involved in your business. I don't know what's going on with you and your baby daddy, or your baby mama and your wife and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I just knew a process on how to eliminate child support, and I just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money in it. I'm a businessman, so I look for money opportunities, but at the same time, I don't get involved in if you're a deadbeat daddy or whatever. So with that being said, I'm not representing anyone. I'm just selling paperwork. The paperwork that I used to use to get child support terminated for people is the same paperwork we decided to put in a basket and sell it to you. And we sell it to you for $99. So you go to pay $49, man, $49. So you go to Patreon, you click on that child support, it's $49. It'll get downloaded right to you. You do your paperwork, you send it off for your child support. That's your business. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't ask me no questions. I'm not representing you. But if you do need a consultation, you want to ask me questions, then you can pay for a consultation. Unless you're a Patreon member, depending on which tier you is, you may not have to pay for nothing because consultations are free with every tier. Depends on some tiers may have one consultation, some may have 3 consultations, some may have unlimited consultation. The top tier have unlimited consultation. So it just depends. So we're dealing with that. Then of course we have new prices. We have a $9 tier just to be on the Patreon and here, because a lot of time right now I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, YouTube. I'm on everything right now. But a lot of time during the week, I'm just on Patreon for the paid members. So they're getting all of the inside scoop on a lot of things that nobody else get because they're the paid members. So of course we're gonna try to give them all the game, But with that being said, another question, what you got?
Just a recap for the new people, what they can find in the Patreon, and what can they get as far as trust options before the first and after the first? What is it gonna look like before the conference and all that?
Trust options with the Patreon and y'all that's that was $399. Y'all need to go back into the Patreon. Y'all see there's a lot more stuff that's being added to Patreon. Y'all getting the same thing you got before. You still got to talk to me on consultation, the whole 9 yards for a lesser price, for half. Y'all actually get the bigger deal because y'all been slashed in half. Y'all was $399, now y'all $199, so y'all was slashed in half.
So if you lapse on payment and Mr. Rasan called you, go back and pay for it.
Yeah, if you lapse on payment, go ahead and pay for it because it's not $400 now, it's $200. So you should better afford that. Matter of fact, we had a couple of people whenever it went out this morning, letting them know that the prices were changing. They actually paid for it. They actually upgraded. They had $100 mentorship. They upgraded to the $200 mentorship because it's unlimited. So so you can do that too. You can always upgrade. So anyway, we have everything in there. You have child support letters you can get terminated. We have the trust fund that you can purchase now. The mentorship, we have all of those there. We have the trash contract there. We have the roadside assistance. Like I say, we doing that for $99, where you can go and get roadside assistance contract guaranteed. And I'm talking about you will be working in 1 week. I ain't talking about 2-3 weeks, a month. 1 week. Once you get registered with these companies and you have your insurance, that's all you need is your insurance. And what the beauty of the roadside assistance contract is, if you have a trailer, I didn't tell you this. If you have a trailer, a flatbed trailer with a winch on it, they also have a service where you can tow cars. I got a couple of brothers that bought trailers with winches on it, and they're doing like $8,000 a week, because all those broke down cars you see on the side of the freeway, on the Hardy toll, on the toll road and all that, they have those contracts. And they have you go and winch those cars up on the trailer to get them off the road and take them to the nearest storage lot. And they pay you for that. They pay you $200 a car. It might sound cheap because the tow truck gonna charge them $400 a car. So, but if they paying you $200 a car and you getting 3-4 cars a day, that's $800, and all you're doing is picking up old raggedy cars from the side of the road and taking them. On top of the fact, jumping people's when they catch the battery die, you got to go jump them on the side of the road. That may be $75. Running and bringing some gas. That may be $65. So you always got work. So it's so much work you can do with that roadside assistance contract. And I'm just tired. I done sold so much of it. I done probably sold $300,000 worth of roadside assistance contracts. So now we dropped it. It was $599. It was $599. I've been selling the mess out of it all year long. So now we're going into a new year. We're in 26. I say, you know what? Just put it on slash. It's $99. Go ahead and get your contracts. Make you a bunch of money if that's the type of work you want to do. And we're going to be selling something else for $599. What you got?
We got a good question that we keep talking about in the office.
Okay.
All right. First, answer this question really quickly. Is membership one-time payment or monthly?
Monthly.
Okay.
All membership is money. And we got the $9.99 one because so many people. We got thousands of people. $9.99. So we got thousands of people that want to be a part of the Patreon and see what's really going on. And once so you can pay the $9, okay? But once you get in there and you see what's really going on, you're going to want to upgrade. So, it's like anything else. We got you with the $9. At least you get in the door with $9. $9 is no money. If you don't like it after a month, you ain't got to pay it. It's only $9. You get in the door with $9, and then after that, you like it, boom, you gonna upgrade. I know you going. Last month we had about 15 to 35 people on the $9, and then they upgraded. Now they had $45 and $100. So that's just how it go. Go ahead, what you got?
How much to have you create an LLC, a holding company, and a trust? Start with just how much is it to create an LLC the right way with a holding company?
Well, I just did that. That's why I say it's $4,800 for me to do the whole thing for you, because I gotta run them into each other. You can't just create them. If I create your LLC, I gotta have that LLC be owned by the holding company, because I'm giving all y'all game. Y'all all on here looking. I'm giving all y'all game that we sell in our Patreon. Listen to me clearly. That's why I want you to get your Patreon memberships. I sell this. Patreon get this for free, but I sell this. And but I'm giving you this game right now so you can join the Patreon. Okay, I'm not gonna give you the whole game. You got to join the Patreon, but we have to have your company structured the right way. And I'm gonna give you some elite game, a partial game, because you got to go to the Patreon. You laughing at me, but I'm serious. You got to go to Patreon and join and get the whole game. Okay, if I structure your LLC the proper way, I structure your holding company the proper way. I run everything from your LLC to your holding company. I run everything from your holding company to your trust fund. Okay, I show you how to move money around and how to manage money. That way it's productive and it's the right way. Okay, on top of that, we're going to get you set up with several accounts. One freebie account going to be Stripe. Okay, we're going to get you set up with Stripe, because you're going to set up your holding company. You're going to set up your LLC. If you have 1, 2, 3, whatever, we're going to set that up with Stripe, and we're going to set your trust fund up with Stripe. Now, remember, that's 3 different companies: your LLC, your holding company, and your trust fund. So what happens is, if you're running at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month, just say through your company, right? Okay, you got it with Stripe. So Stripe sees that you're running $5,000 to $10,000 a month through Stripe. Now we're going to transfer that money. Remember, the holding company through Stripe. You're going to invoice the LLC through Stripe from the holding company, and we're going to move that money to the holding company. The holding company is going to, in turn, send that money to the trust fund. You just want to move money through each account. Same money, no different money. You just moving it through the account at least once a month. That way, each account in Stripe looks like it's doing 5 or 10 grand a month. Okay. In 3 months' time, Stripe is going to offer you. I have them all the time. They always offer you deals. They're going to offer you a $25,000 line of credit from Stripe for each company. So remember, you got 3, and you're running $10,000 a month through each company. So now you just open up guaranteed access, no doc loan. They're going to guarantee access $75,000 for the money that you've been running through that account for the last 3 months. So I mean, these are things that you're going to learn in Patreon. I mean, I go on because there's other areas. Nav.com. I ain't gonna go into detail, but they'll give you a credit card in like 3 months and fund you. So it's so many things you'll learn. You need to get your account on Patreon. What else you got?
I'm just responding to people right now in the chat. Everybody is asking, how do you get into the Patreon? How do you get into the Patreon? How do you get into the Patreon?
Get on Patreon.
But before we do that, we got a couple people asking, GPS tracker removals, how much is it?
GPS tracker remover. My son handles that department. If you come into Houston, we got to put that in Patreon too, because it's not in Patreon yet. Remember, we setting it up, but we put it in Patreon. If you come into Houston, contact me, because on my website, AlTerryHenryInvestments.com. If you go to my website right now, AlTerryHenryInvestments.com, we charge $1,850 for tracker training because you make so much money doing it. But we can negotiate that price. Okay. My son is running it now. It's no longer me doing it. It's him. So we can negotiate that, because at first it was me. I had other people working for me, and, we was dividing money and all that, but I done moved up to bigger and better things. I'm doing conventions and conferences and all that. So, it's just them. So we can slash that price in half, and you can learn how to do GPS. There's a lot of money involved in it. I just don't have time to be ripping and running the streets like that no more. So, another level, another devil. That's how I put it. So my son is doing that now. So I'll set it up, and then you can operate with him. He can teach you the game, teach you how to do trackers, GPS, SOS, all that stuff, getting off your vehicles. If you're running with your vehicles, everybody's not running with a vehicle. So let's get that straight. Some people, am I in the right camera, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people is just don't want to be tracked. We just did one yesterday. Older white lady. She brought her brand new Lexus. She's just like, I don't want nobody tracking me. My car is almost paid off. She said, I just don't want to be tracked. So don't think everybody's running. Some of these cars are paid off. They literally paid off. They just think the ex-husband or the wife is tracking them. So they want me to check it and make sure there's no bugs on it. And a lot of time we check it, and the next thing you know, we got trackers on it. You got all kind of air tags and things hitting in the roof and all kind of. So tracker training is a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And with tracker training, if you buy the proper tool, you also can make money checking Airbnbs. I was doing that in the beginning too, but it's just too time consuming. I was charging $200 to go check an Airbnb or a hotel room for people that was suspicious and think that the hotel had cameras or, and yeah, we was finding hidden cameras in some of these Airbnbs. You'd be surprised. A lot of them. Hidden cameras. I can bring the black light. So we can teach you that. You get the black light, you can see if it stains on the sheets and all kind of things. You'll stop staying in the hotel or in the room once you start doing that, but that's another story. But we would charge $200. I'll go out and it would take me less than 30 minutes. I made $200. So yeah. So with tracker training, you can learn how to check for hidden cameras too. So anyway, what else you got?
A couple of weeks ago, you mentioned something about starting a new business venture, but it would be just for Louisiana starting out. You have more info on that yet or not yet?
Not yet, but if you're a Patreon member, you will know, because they're the ones who I bring that to. I go live on Instagram and everything else, but Patreon is where I mostly focus my business at, because they are paid. Of course, common sense. All of y'all have jobs or y'all making some form of money. So the people who paying you, because my goal is to eventually not work. I want to work for the people. So if I get thousands of people on Patreon that's paying me every month, I'm solely owned by the people. Same way I am when I'm pastoring the church. I'm for the people. They can call me at 2:00 in the morning and say my son is in jail. Guess what? I got to go down to the jail, or I got to call an attorney, or I got to go. Somebody done died. I got to wake up. It ain't no sleep. As a man of God, you work. You're a servant of the people. So Same way I've been doing that in God, same way I'm gonna do it in business. I'm gonna serve it to the people. You need me, I'm there for you. So my whole entire existence is gonna be for the people, traveling, helping the people do businesses, start businesses, get funding, do your life, whatever. That's what it is. So that's eventually where I'm trying to turn over a new leaf to. So yeah, you'll hear about it. I'm working on it right now. That's just to kind of give you an inside scoop. That is a buddy of mine who is the head man over all. I can't say the name right now. I don't want to say the name, but it's a fast food chain in Louisiana, and they have Louisiana and Mississippi. That branch alone, the company owns 286 stores of fast food restaurants. Okay, and he's the big dog there. We grew up 20 years now, known for 20 years, and he's the big dog. And so what he is, he can get me in, but you have to know how to fix machines. That's the thing. They got companies making millions of dollars. They got stuff break down every day. Yeah, you got to know how to fix machines. But that's another story. We'll touch on that on Patreon. What else you got?
How soon do you get to working with the trash contracts?
I would say about 2 weeks. It could be faster. Some people extremely fast, but I always give myself a clock and say 2 weeks. It depends on where you're at. I mean, some cities, if you're in the country, it's not as saturated. It's more saturated as in the city. It sounds crazy, but the country don't have as much work as the city. So it just depends. I'm not with the company. I'm just helping you get trash contract and showing you. Like I say, and now we got new contracts that we added. All the people who bought trash contracts, they're doing well. Some of them, if they hustle, they're doing well. If they're not hustling, that's on them. But the thing about it is that we got new companies now. It ain't just the same old companies. I got new companies now, and I got our deal that I'm working on personally working on, that I'm trying to get set up to where your dump fees will go through me. Okay, instead of you going to pay a landfill to dump your recyclables, you actually going to be dumping through me. So once I get that part done, the sky's the limit, because your dump fees alone could be $100. So imagine it being free, through my contract. Go ahead.
Somebody asked, is there some sort of financing available for the trust to be set up, as I don't have the 4,800 for the trust and the LLC and everything like that?
Yeah, we can work it out. I mean, we can work it out. You just tell me what you can afford. I mean, we do have Klarna too, Klarna, Afterpay, all those type of things is on my Stripe. I can send you the link, and then you can see if they'll finance you. I have a couple of people that have been financed. You can see if they'll finance you. If they not, then we can work it out. I mean, you can pay a little bit. We give you the LLC, set that up. You pay a little bit. We set up the holding company. So everything is negotiable. That's no big deal. It's just all about being set up the right way. I got a lady. I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad you asked me that question. They got a lady that I just did her trust. She's so happy. We love her. I call her grandma. She's an old little lady, but she paid somebody $5,000 freaking dollars for a trust. That was 20 pages that she could do nothing with. She could open a bank account, and I'm not gonna be long, T. You want to sit down right there, you can. But yeah, she can't open a bank account with it. She can't do nothing with it at all. So I charged her $1,850, got her squared away with a trust. Like I said, 70 pages long. She went open a bank account, walked her through that. She got her EIN. She did the whole 9 yards, and now she feels comfortable, because now she feels like her family's safe. She's 70 years old, could die in a moment. Paid $5,000 for a trust that she can't do nothing with. So with that being said, yeah, we can set you up, man. Everything's negotiable.
Gotcha. And before we close, just and we're not gonna do a pastor's closing, Terry.
Yeah. Okay.
But before we close, Mr. Andre Mack, shout out to Mr. Mack, because he upgraded to the mentee. He's one of the most prominent members in there. He does everything with us.
Yeah.
He upgraded to the full mentorship program this morning.
Yeah, and the Barcelos.
And the Barcelo brothers.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the Barcelo brothers called me today, and he bought a trust, and he's buying another trust.
Yes.
So he called me today for one of his family members. So yeah, they do a lot of stuff in the Patreon. I always hear their name. They call me on a weekly basis. So yeah, I definitely shout out to them. And all my members, y'all can call me. A lot of y'all don't use don't use your time. A lot of y'all can call me. Y'all can schedule an appointment through Patreon, and they'll set you an appointment to talk consultation with me because you got it free with the memberships, depending on what it is. Now, if you don't use it, it ain't rolling over to the next month now. If you got free consultations and you don't use it, don't think you're gonna get 3 free this month and then you're gonna roll over to 6 next month. No, it's three a month. That's what it is. So you better use it. I mean, it's things. I know you got questions you need to be asked. One of my mentees called me up on what today is Tuesday. That was on Monday. Called me up on Monday. He's trying to build a house, and I've been talking to him off and on. And he's trying to figure. He wanted to know how to utilize the land. He owned the land, but he didn't know how to get a contractor's loan. And I had to walk him through that and show him how to get a contractor's loan. You know, you got to have your your property description. You got to have your architecture plans. You know, you got to have it got to be stamped. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring your contract from a contractor to the bank and different things like that. So as I walked him through that, and he went into the bank today, matter of fact, this morning, and told me that they told him the same information, and his credit was good and everything. But when he get those documents, they'll approve him, and they normally give you up to 80%. So if so of course, me as a contractor, if it costs me $200,000 to build your house, I'm gonna mark it up. I'm gonna try to get you $250,000. That way, that extra 80% is not coming out your pocket. It's coming out of the plans. So I mean, it's all about working together and communication. So if you got consultations, man, you better use them. That's all I can say. But let me say this before I close, because you say no pastors closing, but I gotta say this. Let me tell you something. If you miss this conference, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you did all year, you're gonna miss a treat, because this conference is about the middleman.
Give him before we close.
Man.
I'm gonna cut it off when you give him. Give him some game on the middleman.
The middleman changed my life. I've been busting my tail and working. If you Google buy a buddy movers out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, you'll see me. I had 14 moving trucks. Okay, I was in the moving business for 25 years. We had Altieri Henry Investments. We got Altieri Henry Foundation Repair. We got the trash service. We got everything. I've been busting my tails for years. Now my sons them working, and my family members and all that. Not me. I wake up when I want and go to bed when I want. It's all about being the middleman. You know what the middleman is? The middleman is, I'll give you a good example. I put myself out there as a roofer. And in fact, if you Google Buddy Roofing in Lake Charles, Louisiana, my name pops up. My phone number pops up. Buddy Roofing. Okay, I'm not a roofer, but I'm promoting as a roofer. So when it came to me, they asked me to give a bid on the Kenworth water plant. I went out there. I got an actual roofer to give me a bid. He bidded $120,000. I bidded $162,000. I won the bid. I made $42,000 for doing absolutely nothing. No insurance. They stopping me. But I'll say this: you come to that conference, I'll show you how to be the middleman and blow your mind. See, I get to giving game. This is what I do. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'll just tell you, but you got to come to that conference. It's $5.99, man. I'll show you how to do your Google. Get yourself set up online. Everybody crying about I want to work from home. Yeah, you can work from home, and you can get rich working from home, but you got to know how to work from home. You got to work smart, not harder, smarter. Holla at y'all, man. I love you.